It's good to see it isn't just the Simple show. Now, in that round right there, Simple could have used one of his teammates to get a kill. They might have been able to walk away with a cheeky save round victory. Unfortunately, Mousport will hold on. Or fortunately, it really depends on where your allegiances lie. Looks like they'll be setting up these late smokes towards the yard position here. Umas just tucking himself in. Lining this one up. It looks like they'll be doing the L block. They like to do these from a deeper angle, or it could be the diagonal. They love a three-piece diagonal play as well. It will be the L block. And that's going to force Simple's line of sight well and truly out of vision. We have seen him rock the AUG as well. So if it gets too costly for the AWP, let's see if he brings out the bull pup.
Boomich is in danger, forced to face, loses to Carrigan. But they're going to go and look towards ramp. It's Simple who's now made it around. They have gone 2 for 2 so far. Didn't quite get the parting shot he wanted, and they have ramp access. Down they go, smoke towards Decon. Electronics already on the case. The bomb to be planted, and no one there to particularly stop it just yet. There we go, post-plant time. Perfecto played in off the flash. BMAS turns it comfortably. Frozen going to find one. BMAS remains undiscovered. Electronic's aware there's a chance, and so well played back in from Electronic. Just stunning in the way he plays. I like watching Electronic. As much as, yes, it can often be the Simple show, I think Electronic is a wonderful kind of 1-2 punch with him.
When Electronic is playing his best Counter-Strike, they are the most potent duo in Counter-Strike, in the game, right? I can't think of another duo who is able to do what these two are. Like, obviously, you've got Device surrounded by some absolute monsters on the Astralis roster. You've got Zywoo with Shocks on good form, but I don't think that anybody, if we have Electronic and Simple playing at their 100%, there's nobody better. Like, there is just nobody better. Now, we will get back underway. A lot of damage was done in the previous with Simple and his Deagle on round number 3, but it's still enough money on the board with the plants coming through for Mousport to afford a buy. Boomich will be down to that patented MP9. A Galil for Chris J is the only emission on the T side of things for Mouse. Early utility exchange, smokes towards Yard. No initial attack. Might be a late top pincer here, as you can see Frozen set up with some nades. Here we go.
Yeah, flashes through. Perfecto turns the second lot, so he is still very much alive and kicking. Good spray for the two of them. Electronic, again, safe pair of hands, keeping this together, leaving Frozen 10 HP in a dream. He's got the first step. The other two might be that step too far, though. Molly towards the upper side of things, but I don't think he realizes where Flamey currently resides. And if he does, it's not going to be easy to get past. Frozen, though, big impact so far, 10-1.
Oh, his clutch factor, Lauren. We've seen it before, but pulling one out now, pulling one out this early against the likes of Navi, that would be something special. Simple's left heaven. Flamey still patrolling over towards that lobby position. Bomb now. Numbers getting punched on in. Flamey making a lot of noise. He thinks it's lower. He's dipped down the vent. It's the wrong call.
Oh my.
When's the penny going to drop?
We're still not sure.
We're 5 seconds into this. Flamey needs to open the door. I'm not sure how they thought it was lower.
There's kits on the floor, but they don't have them to hand yet. There we go, they found it out. Suddenly, Frozen's position becomes so much stronger. He's got time to make this work. He wants to catch the cross from the vents. Flamey seems all too aware that's a possibility, but still loses his head. And now Simple, forced into the 1v1, doesn't have the kit yet, forced to move forward for it.
There's no time for this.
Oh, Frozen, you absolute animal. He even gives away the game a little. In we go. No time. Well played, Frozen. 10 HP and a misread from Navi.
Yeah, and Simple goes down with the bomb. They're losing the AWP. So that was an unforced error there. I'm not sure what sound cue was given up for them to think it was the lower bomb site. But that right there is a blunder, and a big one. And we spoke about Frozen when we saw him go up against Vitality, just how absolutely clutch he could be. That was one of our key takeaways. Frozen playing at 100%. Frozen playing some absolutely fantastic CS. And it was on Nuke we saw clutches coming out of the man. Spray to taunt his opponent, and no one better to do it to than Simple.
It's quick. Pacey. Flashed up. Blind. Simple always makes things look pretty. But the round's theirs. Mousport's sitting at 5-1.
Quick, and this is very quick stuff. And that's what we're liking. And I think the game plan is very clear from Mousport. Start with this kind of pace. See how much you can snowball. We have Boomich yet to frag. Flamey on 1 kill. Electronic, 3 to his name. Simple leading the charge with 8. The AUG comes out. We did say this might be a possibility when the AWP is too expensive, and that appears to be the case going into round number 7. Diffuse kit on the back of Flamey, so keep that in mind if we do find ourselves in another post-plant scenario. Chris J happy to hold on to this Mac 10. Looks like they're doing standard secret wall smokes here. Want to get down quick, want to take a lot of space. Frozen leading the charge. Rops is going for his standard play towards the squeaky door. He's taken room. Perfecto knows something's up. Nade comes through, but he didn't check it, so his feet are open. Perfecto goes down, and well, Rops is going to get away with a free... Well, I said get away. Almost got away. They're already on lower, Lauren. They're already on the lower side.
Exactly. They've been sold a kipper. Carrigan needed to be cleaner with that. Losing life now opens up opportunity. Flamey will be held back from trying to get any information on this, or maybe a peek, but the bomb will sheepishly work its way through. BMS trying to clear as they go as well. Should be able to get a plant from this, but the retake looks quite scary. Keep in mind they did win, I think it was like a 2v3 previous playing it back in, so against the odds they can still operate very well. One kit in Flamey's hands. And Simple now joining the party through the vents. 2 players now waiting posted up. Simple with a 1-for-1, the crossfire's held. Oh, Boomich didn't consider it, and now Frozen again is just being so calm. And that clutch he pulled off on that lower side, that ridiculous moment that none of us could have predicted. Flamey's got to try and get out. Not sure if he's going to be allowed. He does make it away for now. Another one, 6-1. Blistering pace from Mousport.
Yeah, and if you guys missed it, go back and watch that Frozen game that we're referencing. Go check it out. Go see what an absolute monster this kid has been in the past. We didn't see it for a while there. His performances dipped on off towards the tail end of the Mousport's roster with Woxic in play. But now, since they're in this honeymoon period with BMAS, now that they're playing, I think, a little bit looser Counter-Strike, maybe suiting roles a little bit better across the team, Frozen, we're really seeing him come alive. And if he can continue like this, Jesus, Joseph and Bloody Mary.
We've got to talk about tilt factor as well. It's something that we look at with Navi. It's too early, I feel, to say it. I'd say some of the clutches, though, will be frustrating.
And I think both teams do have that. I don't know if the mental fortitude on either of these squads is really one that I would want to be taking to a therapy session with me. Actually, nobody wants to come to a therapy session with me, but Secret Cross will come on in again. Frozen BMAS charging on down. Control and space has been taken. It's just a partial investment here from the Navi side of things. MP9 for Electronic, CZ for Perfecto, Deagles for Boomich and Simple. Boomich still yet to frag. If he's getting beaten and handedly, he is normally the vent rotator from the top side. And that's something that if Mousesports are able to strangle, that's a rotation point. That is your way into the lower bomb site. So if there's pressure on Flamey at ramp and they're losing that side of the map, they're dealing with Simple's ladder-based rotation, and Boomich is unable to stop them coming down secret. The lower bomb site, it might find itself open for business more than once. Some aggressive Molotovs towards the yard position. Actually, quite cool to see the way that they use those mollies to deal with anybody aggressively over towards the air conditioner position. And now they've taken warehouse control. 40 seconds, this does become dangerous. Knowing it's scrappy pistols, Navi have a real shot in this round.
They certainly do. I'm looking at Perfecto to begin this. Chris J's got the bomb. Robs is with him. Perfecto goes for a look. Oh, it's a lot of damage done, but they still manage to stand. BMS is a little lower, Carrigan a little lower. The shots just aren't hitting. And now we have a 5v2. Yes, the time is running a little low, but Robs should be able to contain Flamey here. Oh, the case, lovely peek from Flamey, keeping things a little bit more interesting as Electronic can work his way in. No, again, more damage dealt, but they still stand, and Flamey's chances have just completely dissipated. It's gone.
They should hunt him here, Lauren. The pressure can be put on. Chris J up the ladder. They can try and take this away.
Oh. Come on. Oh.
Well, they know where he is now, so everybody can chase. The money's decent.
Got mollies if they want to.
Yeah, just really make him burn. Take this away. Max loss bonus is in play, so it's not too many dramas. They will be able to afford it, but it's the trickle-on effect of that in future rounds. It's not just this round we're looking at. Counter-Strike, every round is connected. And that money, well, you limit it. You limit it on the CT side on a map like Nuke, and a team like Navi, they will struggle. So Boomich, we need to see him come online. We need to see him get a frag. Just because of the importance of the position he plays. Not necessarily because his kills are going to be that influential. It's just if he's getting bullied over towards that squeaky door and main area time and time again, he's a key factor for Navi. So smokes are being set up now. Looks like some yard control coming on out. L-block smokes being set up again.
Quick.
Yeah, and Simple's out towards CT with the AWP, so he's not going to get any information with this wall. Electronic is playing more forward ahead of it in the warehouse position, and it's back towards ramp. They want to bully, so eyes on Flamey.
Yeah, Simple came over this side. He had a little bit of a look. He's not that far off. Oh, he's in transition. He's been caught out, and Simple can't do anything to help him. And again, one out, run through. Boomich can adjust, but they're already going to be so quick to this.
And they just have a molly for his position as well. Now he's trapped. He has to fight. If he doesn't take down Chris, that's the lower bomb site given up. And at this point, you might be considering a save.
They do have so much in hand, or rifles, but it looks like they're still trying this one out. Electronic and Perfecto.
They have to save. There's no kit.
Yeah, there's no time. Even if they did get some good damage done, you've got to feel whoever's playing towards ramp, or maybe, you know, Rops with a late play could buy enough time. But how do you save? Because now you can look at Rops. He's got them locked in. Oh, God, if only they knew how closed in Navi were. They might find out in a second if Rops looks back. Yep, that's going to be Electronic spotted, tagged up, 25 HP. Yeah, Rops is pushing this one. There is a lot more players there, though. It's not just one. It's all three.
Lauren, we're going to jump into Skybox right now with this round
something.
coming to the end. And I just want to show you how simple it is for Mousport to be taking this lower bomb side. This is taken from the round we just saw, but they always prioritize throwing the Molotov into the stairwell through the window. So notice this. It's Chris J who throws it. And what's going to happen is it locks the player in. So Boomich is either in front of it, and you can see he's got players behind it. They're separated. And normally, if they have a smoke, they'll drop a smoke over towards this decom position as well. And that's how they simply lock out the site. Now, with that, it means that they're able to run on in and clear on out without worrying about an AWPer from this position picking up towards ramp. They can't open this door to fight them. And you can see here, they always prioritize getting the window control. So if the site is clear, like it is in this situation, then it's the plants down. They get a chance to set up within their post-plant scenario and get to it. Now, if you're Navi, you want to make sure you're ahead of this rotation. And unfortunately, they've been caught out of position way too many times.
Would like to give the shout out to the guy who listened to us, Starboy, over on Twitter.
We
Who
don't
said,
play the game.
Dropped it like a 42 bomb.
Nice, Starboy.
We love to see it. Good. I'm about to say a bad word. Good work.
Good things.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And what isn't good is this scoreline if you're an RV fan. Oh, God, we got another prediction bloody wrong. Alex is going to just...
Hold up. Don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Chad.
8-1 scoreline. Simple. Sasha the Smasher. He's here to play, and he's here to stay.
Yeah, look who's around. BMAS, if he checks just a little further, they've got such a good idea of it too. Does he spend the time to check, or does he go up towards heaven? It looks like Simple's considering the chance that someone could have crossed by now, but how do you define this? It's all about timing.
He's already passed.
It's negated. Oh, good Lord. Mousport have just somehow got Navi's number read every single time.
Look at how much room this has gifted them, and Boomich caught in no man's land. 0 and 10 now. Electronic, he could be the savior. Up secret, spams the back of one, but his position's given up now.
It's lost all of that potential. It could have done a lot of work. Perfecto now has to just turret this one out. Gonna at least isolate one. Electronic with the save. Again, plays it back in towards Frozen. Perfecto trying to stay alive. The timing not there this time. Electronic comes back in. Every single time he has to deliver, he is doing what he can to elevate this team.
Good trade.
Nice work from Chris J, but Flamey just keeping that safety net there.
Okay, they aren't able to scavenge the AWP for Simple from that warehouse position, but now he's aware of how quick that could possibly be. Still, not a clean round. Navi, they get the win bonus, but that's very, very difficult for them to mount too much of an aggressive buy. You'll see when we come back, there'll be MP9s in the mix. There'll definitely be Famouses. And this one here, I think if you're BMAS, the kill that he went for there, maybe a more experienced player wouldn't, and they would get around to heaven, and they would see what they could take, right? Regardless, it's a big scalp to take. It is Simple. You can't fault him. We're back on the pace here, though. Carrigan's going to go straight into main.
Does he get the timing right? They are punishing so hard. Electronic trying to double up on this. There's BMAS though, straight in, finds Boomich. Electronically locked out. Perfecto only good for one, can't do any more. And BMAS is just running rampant through the upper side. Molly towards heaven, that's going to lock him out for a fair amount of time. Forced to fight and forced to die. This is so beautiful from Mousport. I love every part of it. Truly, truly gorgeous work. As Simple, again, he's either killed early, killed late. It doesn't seem to matter. He's going to be forced to try and clutch this out. And yes, Frozen may be low, and it may be Simple, but I don't see how he can do this. But again, Simple has gone against greater odds, but again, with no money in the bank, you've already got Rops locking him in. He can't back out. He can't do anything.
Huge
BMAS was just mesmerizing the way he played that.
This is the thing, right? You think about the kids who have come up through the ranks of the Pugs. Rops is one of them. I think Frozen was actually playing a little bit more team-based CS than what Rops did, but BMAS coming up through the Pug ranks as well. And they're used to playing not well-orchestrated Counter-Strike. They have the fundamentals,
right?
they have the trading, they understand the communication and the basics. But imagine if you're a kid who has this level of mechanical ability and you get an execute designed by one of the greatest in-game leaders to do it, Carrigan.
And let you just go.
And you're flashing, you know what's molled, you know every single detail. It's like, hey kid, just shoot him. Right? Like that right there is the wet dream of any Counter-Strike player, to be able to be set up and your individual ability.
All those flashes so perfectly there for him.
Great to see. Now, Boomich still yet to get a kill. We're 12 rounds in. He's died every single round.
We've all had the games. It's just very unfortunate to have it in a playoffs.
And he's a key factor, right? He is a key factor for this team. The lower bracket, we've mentioned earlier, you don't want to drop down there. You want to stay in the upper bracket for as long as you can. If you can make it to the upper bracket final and you lose, that's all right. And the reason I say that is on the Saturday, if I have been reading the schedule correctly, if you were coming all the way through the gauntlet of the lower bracket, you will have to play 2 best-of-3s in that day, right? This is just the cutthroat nature of the format that we're rocking here. You get a second chance, but if you want that second chance, you've got to do it the difficult way. And then you make it to the grand final on that Sunday. Well, that's a best-of-5 with a 1-map advantage to the team who makes it through the upper.
I do want to find out when Max sleeps. I see him in chat. I see him on the fan cams.
He doesn't sleep.
Got
He's
it.
a madman.
He's all hours. All hours. Dedication. And we did see a couple of threats come through in a previous round like this, but to manifest that is going to be quite tricky considering the positions coming through. Perfecto would need a clean bit of success, and I guess he's got that. That's exactly what he'd need. Now, the bomb's in a bit of a precarious spot, but he is surrounded, trying to work among the timing. Perfecto spins, turns it on, and shuts it down. BMAS and Frozen, unfortunately, just stuck in no man's land. These pistols suddenly become so deadly, hidden around every corner, and finally, something goes right for Navi.
Yeah, the problem for Navi, though, is they want to post a couple more rounds on the board. 9-6 on the CT side, that's not bad for them. The T-hauls for Navi can be huge, and that's because they can be really gritty. They've got fantastic entry fraggers, players who can turn rounds on their head, like your Simples, like your Electronics. It's just in the past, at least within the Pro League, it's felt their CT sides have been a little bit more potent than usual, but this is an impact play. And that's what we need to see. Perfecto stepped up in a big way there on a low buy. Now they get gifted a gun round, but they have to convert. The money situation for Mouse, it is good. They'll be able to buy for the remainder of this half. Rops is waiting, flashes are coming. Nades past, spamming through the smoke. Boomich still yet to get anything done.
And it's mad to think, Rops is known for being here, but he's still
that would have been
gets
heard.
away with it, and you're right. Electronic definitely heard it. Boomich, there we go. Gets on the board. May not be pretty, but it's a step. It's a good step at that. Now, where do you go with this?
The 4v5, definitely favoring Navi. But Mousports have a truckload of utility. Molotov for the CT vent would be perfect. They can Molotov the bomb spot. They know Perfecto loves that position. A smoke towards main, a couple of simple flashes, and away she goes. You can get the flank coming in late from that of Frozen. He doesn't even have to get past anybody at this stage. It's a free avenue of attack.
Do want to kind of keep in mind what Carrigan calls with this. I think this is going to be fun to see the consideration of how they want to approach it now. Smoking from Chris J. Couple of mollies. Nice. Boomich finding the timing very well. And this hit's looking a little bit weaker than ideal. We do have Frozen up to no good, but no freebies to be found. Everyone's tucked in. Boomich towards the vent. That is going to be isolated. Perfecto can't help, but doesn't need help. That's another good kill. As Carrigan now left in a 1v3. Not going to happen. Boomich, that should be confidence.
4. Yeah.
Skyrocketing after how the initial start went of 0 kills.
And now he has more kills than Flamey. So the confidence now, it's going to be definitely back in board. Because let's be honest, right? Like, I know that players aren't pressing tab every round and checking if they're top fragging or whatever, and they're not checking
their about that, though. It's
exactly. If you know you don't even have a single kill, that is going to be in the back of your mind. It's about making sure you're converting and you're having impact. And he's had some big impact here. Like I said, for Navi within the Pro League, Simple's #1. Yep. Head and shoulders above the rest, a 1.43 rating. But Boomich is #2. So to have him so quiet for so many rounds, that was a problem. But now he's online. Ooh, Simple.
Don't worry about Simple. Never worry about Simple. He's got Electronic by his side. That was a little ambitious, but he believed in Perfecto and Electronic. And now Chris J and Rops have kind of hit the brakes at this point.
Yeah, and damage would be good if they can keep Navi to only 2 players surviving. Their buy going into the last round will be quite strung out. Mousport, I said they'll be able to buy for the remainder of the half. Well, they will, because they have to force buy on the final round of play, which will be round 15. But it won't be the prettiest. Their loss bonus has only been starting to build over the last few, and that's since Navi have mounted this, let's say it's a mini comeback. I wouldn't call it a comeback.
Just got this, you know, they're stabilized. They're a bit wobbly.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you sometimes wake up in the morning, you're a little bit dizzy, you haven't hydrated properly.
That's
been a long night on the Counter-Strike.
Oh.
Hello. He was doing a little pirouette.
Lower.
Electronic is turning his back to Rops right now, and he still gets the kill. So they were walking at each other, back's turn. Chris J should plant, and if he can get this down, that's great cash for them going into the final round of play. But very selfless work there from Chris. He could have gone for more kills and tried to do what I was saying of limited the CT side economy, but the extra money that his team is going to get from this bomb plant is probably more important going into their overall buy. So you can see Frozen will be able to get the AK up. Chris J can opt for either a Galil with full utility or an AK with armor and a single nade behind it. Maybe 2 flashes if he wanted. BMAS can get up a Galil. You can see that buy coming through. Maybe if you're Carrigan, you want to go for a full set of utility, so a Mac 10 or a Deagle. Oh, he's been dropped across an 8K47. No, he went with Kevlar, so he purchased that himself. Hasn't gone for the head armor, and that's not too much of a problem because look at the 4 rifles on the other side. The AKs are in play. So head armor not needed for Carrigan. Rops is just down to the CZ.
Rops up to his normal tricks. This time a little bit more commitment. Oh, the flash. The flash Carrigan just set him up for success, but they needed a bit more, and that's where it comes from. BMAS. How is he so diligent on doing this? Simple under pressure, he can't deal with it. Forced to fight and falls is now Flamey. Outmatched, okay, 10-5. We've got a game on our hands today. It looks like Mousports have turned up to play. The music kicks in as we go to the break.
Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions.
Feelings don't die around this neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. My homie, tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is still some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing with you. Unless you turn your boat around, success might come recruit you. But unless you analyze in depth that we're steps away from death, 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real.
Cause we're lonesome childs, trying to know what father brought us down to here. I don't wanna be stuck in countless doubts. I just wanna smile and run away from here.
I swear to God, man, I just wanna be a model for my brother. Hey, I just gotta work until I'm on the covers. Hey, I just gotta work until my songs are covered. Hey, I just wanna make it proud to be my mother.
Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions.
You just gotta
love. yourself. You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. Hope you learned your lesson, girl. I cannot teach anymore. Hope you show some faith in me.
Close game here between these two. Navi finally waking up in the final throws. First couple of rounds that they garnered weren't in the prettiest of manners, but they worked nonetheless. A round is a round, but Mousport look like they're ready to play. However, we know the diligence of Navi on their T side, so we're not going to write them out. We're not going to consider this anything other than a close matchup until it's very much over, I'm sure. But Chad, this has been, I'd say, an upswing from my expectations on Mousport.
Yeah, and look, it's not that we didn't think they could deliver, it's just that we didn't think they could deliver against the Navi, who are very quick on the pistol. Boomich out top, whiff, 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 but Carrigan eventually falls. BMAS, 20 kills already, 2 in the pistol round. What more can this kid do?
We've got a Tech 9 with Flamey, armored up, dead, doesn't matter. Kept into check by Simple, but this is just beautiful work, again from BMAS. Just fortuitous in positioning on occasion, but honestly, the way he hits these shots, he looks like he has been warmed up, ready to go. Like, he's truly just blossoming in this game.
Yeah, no, those results that we were talking about from the DreamHack Open Fall qualifier, we looked at it 2 ways. They were close, it was a brawl, but this is a new team. It's a new roster. They haven't played that many matches together. 31 maps in total, I do believe, before coming into today. And a lot of those, 14 of which were played just the other week. And they played a lot of rounds. It was an average of 31 rounds per map over 14 maps in that qualifier. So this team has done a lot of learning in a short period of time, a lot of problem solving, and now they've won the CT side of pistol here. Just taking a quick look, BMAS is currently sitting at 4-0 in terms of opening duels. So leading the server, you've got Rops also at 4-1, but Rops has died one, so we'll give the big tick to BMAS. As we get back underway with just the pistols here for Navi. They haven't opted for armor besides Mr. Simple. Deagle head armor, we've seen what this man can do plenty of times. And if you're just tuning in and you're going, well, I haven't seen what he's done before, keep your eyes closely on the screen because there's not too many rounds he doesn't find impact. 12 kills, not having a showstopper, but at any moment, this man can come online. That's from top hut, so he's probably not going to clear close main.
Yeah, this gets tricky for Simple. Flashes. Electronic did find Chris J, so there is a little bit of a problem brewing, but quelled quickly. And look at the damage, obviously. There is just Glocks for certain
Worst
players.
weapon for the job. Oh,
That's not bad, though. We'll have that. Oh, yes. Rops all too aware. Still loses his life. Okay, Boomich, game on. This becomes a big issue for these players remaining because they're in between a rock and a hard place, but BMAS is still holding strong. Electronic outdoes Carrigan. BMAS, though, again, the final boss will not relent. This guy is showing you how it's done. 4 kills.
25 in total for him. At this point, he's rocking well and truly over 100 points of ADR. He's had a bunch of multi-kills. I think must be up to at least 6. Sitting here just running away with this game. Scoreline now looking very, very dangerous. 12-5. BMAS just pivoting, just turning, just easy as you like. They are against unarmored opponents, so let's not get too excited, but that was a dangerous round and that needed that impact. Electronic, he's out squeaky already. Okay, this one's quick.
And again, BMAS. How is he so good? Every single time, he is digging them out of scenarios that could be a bigger threat. Boomich is dead. See you later. Chris J is going to claim it, but my word, every single time, he is a turret.
Oh dear, this one is very, very fast. Like, look, we're already up to 13-5. Navi, that was their gun round. Like, they get the opening kill. BMAS gets 2.
How does he get 2 in that?
I don't know. That transfer was pretty wild. At this point, Navi have to be scratching their heads. Nobody really online right now. Electronic with a decent chunk of impact, 15 kills for him. Perfecto on that CT half really got the show going with that CZ kill into the double AK frags within the lobby position. 13 for him, 12 for Simple. But if Navi want to get back into this game, it needs to start now. It already feels like Mouse have mounted too many rounds within the early stages. This is the CT side, and Carrigan's found another. So through the smoke, Boomage goes down, continuing to be paddled in that part of the map.
Paddling.
Yeah, you know. They do
Not
that.
personally, no.
They do the hate. Okay, Lauren. All right. All right. Not up for the fun stuff, it seems. We don't have anybody here. It's just the two of us.
Yeah, no
so
one keeps us in line.
We need Rush to chime in. Listen, you two.
Knock it off.
Guys, this is an important round, guys. Could you stop messing about?
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
really appreciate that, Rush. Rush, you want to do this round?
Sure can do. Looks like Rops is looking pretty damn crisp, and the round is over. So there you go, guys. That was my contribution. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next round.
So, well...
Yeah, that was quite nice.
Look, I did enjoy it. Rops was looking quite good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Rush, have you got any new words for us, though?
Someone said something I thought was pretty good when someone died or got a kill. I can't remember what it was, though. So no is the answer.
Did you listen
Fair
to
enough.
the new Bad Friends podcast yet?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
The one with his brother?
Yeah, with Stevie Weeby or whatever he
That
called
was
him.
pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
that.
it. I've not finished it, though.
All right, I won't spoil it.
I'm black.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about. They I said, they're actually friends outside of work. It's disgusting. Can we not just keep it for the cameras like normal? Bloody
Sorry.
hell. Carrigan, though, keeping control over towards speed.
We have a Danger Zone date tomorrow night, Lauren.
Of course you do.
Don't be jealous.
I'm not. I just want to play Among Us once in a while, and all I get is, I can't. I've got to be in bed by 10 p.m.
That is what we do sound like. So, you know, you're onto something there.
That's the WhatsApp messages I receive.
Now, I receive voice messages. They're just going, Juzzy Bear.
Juzzy!
All right. Look at Rops. Off angle here
we are.
towards the ramp. He's shot, so his position may be given up. Chris is going to be pushed on back by the flames.
Yeah, all right, you're all alone, Rops, on an island. He's looking kind of tropical. He's laying back. He's got a coconut filled with a delicious drink, sunglasses on. Uh-oh, Symbols ruined the holiday. All right, back to business. Down towards the lower side with the bomb. Electronic trying to maybe punish rotations, but the issue is Frozen's already there, but Simple doesn't care. Suddenly, we're into a 2v2. Chris
look at
J
this.
trying to play it back in is going to be tricky.
But look how late round Electronic is playing right now. He's just going to make it across in time. So his position, it's been lost. BMAS could deal with it here in the rotation through the vents, but can't make too many sound cues. Electronic lackadaisical.
Oh, no. Oh,
Rabbit
the
hunting season.
executioner. Simple, 19 HP in a 1v2. I don't feel that worried for some reason. But I should have been. They do get him. BMS has got the kit,
29.
and he has got the defuse, and he's got 29 kills. And bear in mind, 8 deaths. 8 deaths. He is the immovable object.
29.
You're right there, Chad.
Yeah, no, I'm just having flashbacks to when I was 29 and how fun those days used to be.
How old are you now? 31?
31 years young.
You're the year older than I.
Yeah.
Rush, how old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
28, I believe.
You believe?
I think so.
Should we check
To be
your
fair-
birth certificate?
To be fair,
Alex did forget his
Machine did
birthday.
forget how old he was.
His sister had to tell him how old he was.
That's
The
quite
thing is, when I
embarrassing.
was 26, in my mind I was 27, and when I got to 27, I got a bit confused, honestly, and I'm still confused now. So I wish there was a way to check my birthday. I'm not even sure if that is even possible,
Ask
actually.
your mum. She'll remember.
Well, hopefully, right?
Well,
She does have 2 sons.
This
so.
is a top hit.
yeah, it is. Let's see if it's as potent as we saw Mousport's pulling BMAS undiscovered somehow. Perfecto's going to have to be worried about it. Has he got his invisibility cloak on? No. Flamey and Simple remove it. And we're back into a 2v2. No BMAS to save this time. And Flamey and Electronic, no bomb to hand yet, but it's within reach. Chris J obviously cannot scope in just yet, otherwise we'll be definitely noted. But timing could be a factor here. 7 kills isn't great, but that's going to be a big one. That's going to be even better. That's 16. How is that the end of the game? Honestly, this felt comfortable.